friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kylie. I am an author, tuber. I'm a voice actress, audiobook narrator, and a professional nerd. So, what we talk about on this channel is books, writing, and the process of being an indie author, potentially going into a traditionally published route. So I do indie, and I'm also looking at possible traditional routes with different genres. So if you like that kind of stuff, subscribe, leave a like, leave a comment, or any questions you have at the end of this video down below. And if not, hi, thanks for stopping by. Let's just get right into this video.
Stop chasing all the city lights. Breathe me in, go on and take your bite. Count on me to make you come alive.
I know that I did not post a video last week, and I will explain quickly, briefly, why. I will link in the description my Invisalign horror story down below. Long story short, I got Invisalign 2 weeks ago and it did not go well. I had an allergic reaction. It made me feel like I was coming down with the Rona. And for a minute, I thought I actually had the Rona and I was super scared. But I took the retainers out of my mouth after 4 or 5 days and boom, all of my symptoms went away. Everything cleared up, including like mouth sores, lip sores, severe chapping of lips, severe skin peeling of lips, and ulcerations around my tongue and around my gums and around my cheeks, and just in general. If you've ever had an allergic reaction where things are itchy, your face is itchy, your eyes are itchy, your tongue is tingling, lips tingling, you're nauseous, you feel like you're coming down with the flu, all that good stuff, yeah, that's what I had. So last week I did not feel good at all, because what happens to me is when I am affected with an allergy flare, it creates an inflammatory response in my body and the rest of my allergies just go crazy. So because of that allergy response that my body had from the Invisalign, that and the absolute changing of something down here in Texas, all of my friends are suffering with allergies right now. I'm suffering with allergies right now. I'm not happy about it. I'm not living for it. But who in 2020 is really having any fun deciphering allergies symptoms with cold, flu, coronavirus? So it's just craziness. So needless to say, last week after my body had an absolute flare, my joints get inflamed and they just hate me. I get really achy and sore in my knees and in my ankles and in my hips. That's a whole other story. And just sinuses, cold, sore throat feeling, but it's all allergies. And now luckily they have alleviated a bit. So I felt like absolute crap last week, and I luckily managed to finish my editing self-edits for my Christmas novella that's coming out in November, and it is now with the editor. Yay! Fantastic. And this week is all about my Project Claymore Book 1 self-editing process. So let's talk about that process a little bit, because today is Monday, it's the 13th, and I have 3 weeks left of Nano to crush this monster of a book. Monster for me, because it's the biggest book I've ever written. So let's just jump right into it. So I have my handy dandy list of all things here. These are all of the steps that I will be taking to go through Claymore step by step to do my editing process. I have a few specific questions to ask myself that I need to answer. I have a few circumstances I need to take out. Those circumstances an erroneous character that I created that I don't need anymore. So she's going by, gotta take her out. Expanding on some ideas, expanding on some more paranormal shifter aspects, making it more immersive in the paranormal, reminding myself that, oh yeah, they can smell things better than the average human, they can see things, they can move faster. They probably have to hold back on their strength a little bit more than the average human, so I really need to show that more in the beginning of the book. Of course, there's the normal things that I like to do. stay in deep POV. So I do a scroll for that. Something I've been learning slowly and painfully is dialogue tags, going through and making sure all my dialogue tags are proper. The difference between using me versus using I in a sentence, like somebody blah, 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 and me, blah, 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 and I. Taking a sweep for crutch words that I know are a weakness for me, or common words, doing a word search in Word, finding out what words I have leaned on too heavily, and possibly, well, more than likely, looking up a few spicy words, like different words to use. I have a book that has like a million different words you can use for certain crutch words that we rely on heavily in the English language, and that book has saved my bottom. There is content edits that have to be done, and also listening back on text to speech, which is the longest process, because it's basically putting my book chapter by chapter into this online app and listening to a very broken computerized British man speak my book back to me. So that takes the longest, and that's actually what took me the longest in my novella. It took me like three to 4 days to get through my novella, just because that droning British voice it's a lot, guys. It's like a lot. That is what I am going to be working on this week. I will do some vlogging. I will do some, dailies, and then compile it into a vlog for the end of the week. However, a lot of it is just me scrolling through pages, pinpointing certain page numbers that I have written down, pinpointing certain chapters that I need to work on and fix. So a lot of it is boring and nitty gritty. So it's just gonna be a lot of me scrolling, a lot of, time-lapse videos, maybe me sharing what I thought was the hardest part about this piece of it, or what I think I could do better in my, next time, for making sure that I don't have to take this much time to go back and do something as tedious as dialogue tags. And now that I have taught myself proper dialogue tags, I won't need to rely on post-editing that much on dialogue tags. That is what you can expect from me this week. Again, I'm sorry I went so like radio silent last week, but all of my both my channels that I have are radio silent, because again, I did not feel good. I was concerned. A friend of ours had a friend of theirs at work test positive, and so we were waiting on their test to come back, and thank God it's negative, but then it's like, how much can you trust the test? So it's just been crazy, and it's been a lot. I know 2020 has been a lot for a lot of people, and we're just swimming, guys. We just gotta keep swimming. I can't go to New York this year because there is now a 2-week quarantine in place from the majority of out-of-state people, Texas and Florida being the main areas of issue where I'm from. So sadly, I will not be going to the river this year, but I am totally okay with that. As I have stated in a previous video, I would much more rather go next year and not get any of my parents' family sick, and just have a nice summer next year on the river. We're not going to, I don't think, Illinois, which is where my husband's family is from, either. So we're pretty much locked in for the year here, which is fine. It is what it is. You gotta do what you gotta do. On an extremely positive note, I have some amazing news that I have been sitting on, that I have wanted to make a video about, but it's not big enough. Like, it's not content enough to make it into its own video. I mean, it's huge, but I figured I would stick it in at the end to just bookend this update really, really nicely. And that is, I am lucky enough to narrate Meg Latour's The Cyborg Tinkerer Book 1. And I am super stoked, guys. Like, I watch all of Meg's videos. She's one of my all-time favorite author tubers. iWriterly is a great resource. And when I auditioned for her, I auditioned just for funsies. and she loved my audition, and we're now working together, and I cannot be more happy. I am so invested in this book. As a science fiction, steampunk, cyberpunk, oh my gosh, all of the things like fantasy related, especially science fiction, space opera, retellings, and just, oh, this book, guys, I have just made it to through the first 10 chapters, and holy shit, it's amazing. I'm not just saying that because I'm working with Meg. I am saying that because holy shit, it's so good. I am going to link Meg's channel, iWriterly, down below. I am also going to link the pre-order link for the Cyborg Tinkerer, because I swear, you guys, this book, I can see it as like TV series or movie. Like, I cannot wait for you guys to get your hands on this. Thank you, Meg, so much for picking me, for allowing me to bring your characters to life. They're all amazing and I'm in love with them. And yeah, so that is my big announcement for the summer, narrating the Cyborg Tinkerer by Meg Latour. So 2020 hasn't been all bad. That really has been like the nice little icing on the cake so far. So hopefully more good things will be coming down towards the end of the year. I mean, we have fall coming, which means pumpkin spice lattes and Halloween and cute fall things and spooky things, and we're getting there, guys. We're getting there. We just got to keep swimming. That's all I'm doing. Swimming. I am reading. I am still on my reading challenge that I started. I am slowly but surely getting through all my history books that I have wanted to read. So yeah, challenge yourself. Pick up a book you wouldn't normally pick up. Read a bunch of books on your shelf that you have been meaning to read, that you bought with the purest of intentions that, yeah, I'm going to read this book, and then you just let it collect with the 50 others that you've purchased with the same sentiment. Fill an old journal. Don't be afraid to get it dirty. Jot down your thoughts. Make goals. You know, work on you. Plenty of time to work on you this year, it seems. So there's a lot of things we can do. So I hope and pray that you guys are having a great 2020, the best that you can make it to your ability, and that we all get over this so quickly and it goes away, and that we can get back to normal, and that we can all stay healthy and help each other and be smart and wear masks and social distance and use your brains. So for me, you guys, stay inside, stay safe, stay sane, and stay cool, because holy crap, it's hot. And we'll love you guys. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.